Hi kids, in today's session you are going to learn about rebellion of Veera Kattabomman. Okay, he was the son of Jagaveera Pandiya Kattabomman. After the death of Jagaveera Pandiya Kattabomman, he became the Palayakarar of Panchalam, Kurichi at the age of 30. The company administrators James London and Colin Jackson, both they considered him as that he will be with the peaceful disposition with them. But what he did, he just made the conflicts with the East India Company. The Nawab, under the provisions of a treaty signed in 1781, had assigned the revenue of the Carnatic to the company to be entirely under their management and control during the war with Mysore Sultan. Actually, the Nawab of Mysore, what he did, he gave everything to the in the treaty he signed that everything it will be assigned to the company, East India Company. 1/6 of the revenue was to be allowed to meet the expenses of Nawab and his family. What are the taxes they are collecting in the Karnataka, that means in the Mysore, everything it will be moved to the company alone. Only in that 1/6 of the revenue only allowed to meet the expenses for the Nawab as well as for his family. The company had thus gained the right to collect taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. So what the company, they also got the rights to collect the taxes from Panchalam Kurichi. The company appointed its collectors to collect taxes from all the payments. The collectors humiliated the Palayakaras. Humiliated means ill-treated the Palayakaras and adopted force to collect the taxes. That means what they did, they forced them to pay the taxes. But Kattabomman not accepted, and this made the bone of contention between the English and the Kattabomman. The land revenue arrear from Kattabomman was 3,310 pagodas in 1798. Pagodas means rupees we are saying, isn't it? They will say as a pagodas. Collector Jackson, an arrogant English officer, wanted to send an army to collect the revenue dues, but the Madras government did not give him permission. On 18 August 1798, he ordered Kattabomman to meet him in Ramanathapuram. But Kattabomman's attempts to meet him in between proved futile. That means what he did, whenever Kattabomman he moved to meet the Jackson, he is not allowed to meet the Jackson. As well as Jackson, most probably he refused whenever he moved to meet him. And in the Kutralam also it happened the same like that. What the Jackson did, he refused to give him audience both in Kutralam as well as in the Srivilliputturu. At last an interview was granted and Kattabomman met Jackson in Ramanathapuram on 19th September 1798. It is said that Kattabomman had to stand for 3 hours before the haughty collector. Jackson is not given him the seat to sit also. Just he made him to stand, and what are the enquiries he made there, that means the Jackson made there, for everything Kattabomman should stand and answer there. Sensing danger, Kattabomman tried to escape along with his minister Sivasubramanianar. Umaydurai was the brother of Kattabomman. He suddenly entered the fort with his men and helped the Kattabomman to escape from that place, because Jackson what he did, he made him to stand and answer there, as well as he want to capture him, he want to arrest him also. So when the Kattabomman knew about this one, what he did there, he want to escape from that place. Umaydurai, his brother alone helped him to move from that place. At the gate of the Ramanathapuram fort, there was a clash in which some people, including Lieutenant Clark, were killed. Sivasubramaniar was taken prisoner. That means Sivasubramaniar, he was the minister of the Kattabomman. He was arrested by the British people. On his return to Panchalam Kurichi, Kattabomman represented to the Madras Council about how he was ill-treated by the collector Jackson, because already Madras Council they are not given the permission to the Jackson to meet home to Kattabomman, isn't it? To force him. That means Jackson before that itself he want to send some army to attack the Kattabomman, but the Madras Council alone not allowed for that one. So what he did, Kattabomman, he made a complaint to the Madras Council how he was ill-treated by the collector Jackson. The council asked Kattabomman to appear before a committee with William Brown, William Oram and John Casa Major as members. Meanwhile, Governor Edward Clive ordered the release of Subramanianar and the suspension of the collector Jackson. Kattabomman appeared before the committee that sat on 15th December 1798 and reported on what transpired in Ramanathapuram, whatever thing it happened in the Ramanathapuram with him, that means ill-treated by the Jackson, isn't it? That everything he was reported there. Jackson was dismissed from service and a new collector, S.R. Lushington, appointed. Kattabomman cleared almost all the revenue arrears, leaving only a balance of 1,080 pagodas. In the meantime, Marudu Pandiya of Sivagangai formed the South Indian Confederacy of rebels against the British, with the neighbouring Palayakars like Gopal Nayak of Tindikkal and Yadal Nayak of Anaimalai. Marudu Pandiya acted as its leader for the South Indian, actually this one called as a South Indian rebellion, okay, for the South Indian people. Who was the leader there? Marudu Pandiya. The Tiruchirappalli proclamation had been made. Kattabomman was interested in this conference. He was very much attracted by the Marudu Pandiya's conference and he also want to join along with them. Tiruchirappalli proclamation, that time alone it was made that they also should pay the tax to the British people. So what these people, Marudu Pandiyas did there, they made some proclamation against the British. Whatever the things they want to inform to the people, they made one pamphlet and sticked all over the places, especially on the walls of the temple, because that at that moment and all the people they used to move to the temple daily, isn't it? So what they did near that Srirangan temple, you know, it is in Tiruchi, on the temple and all, what they did, they pasted that pamphlets about the British, what they are doing to them. That means how the British people they are ill-treating them. Everything they made one pamphlet and posted on the wall and called all the youngsters to participate in the rebellion. Marudu brothers and Kattabomman jointly decided on a confrontation with the English. Kattabomman tried to influence Sivagiri Palayakaras who refused to join. Kattabomman advanced towards Sivagiri, but the Palayakars of Sivagiri was a tributary to the company. They were very loyal to the company, Sivagiri. Already I told in the Pulidevar itself that Sivagiri as well as Ettayapuram, Panjalangursi also not supported at that moment. Now only what they are doing, that Panjalangursi Kattabomman when he came into the power, from that time onwards only Kattabomman also against to the British. So what he thought, Kattabomman thought, definitely the Sivagiri also they will help to him, but they were very loyal to the company. So the company considered the expedition of Kattabomman as a challenge to their authority. The company ordered the army to march on to Tirunelveli. In May 1799, Lord Wellesley issued orders from Madras for the advance of forces from Tiruchirappalli, Tanjavur and Madurai to Tirunelveli. What he did, he issued the orders from Madras to wage a war against the Tiruchirappalli, Tanjavur, Madurai and Tirunelveli. Major Bannerman commanded the troops. The Travancore troops too joined the British. On 1st September 1799, an ultimatum was served on Kattabomman to surrender. But Kattabomman is not surrendered at all. Kattabomman's evasive reply prompted Bannerman to attack his fort. Bannerman moved his entire army to Panchalanguruchi on 5th September. They cut off all the communications to the fort. Bannerman reputed Ramalinganar to convey a message asking Kattabomman to surrender, but Kattabomman refused. Ramalinganar gathered all the secrets of the fort, and on the basis of his report, Bannerman decided strategy of the operation. In a clash at Kallarpatti, Sivasubramaniar was taken as a prisoner again. Betrayed by the Rajas of Ettayapuram and Pudukottai, Kattabomman was finally captured. Both that Ettayapuram king and Pudukottai king, both only what they did, they helped the British people to capture the Kattabomman. Sivasubramanianar was executed at Nagalapuram on the 13th September. Bannerman made a mockery of a trial for Kattabomman in front of the Palayakaras on 16th October. On 16th in Kayathar only, he was hanged in before of the Palayakaras. During the trial, Kattabomman bravely admitted all the charges levelled against him. Kattabomman was hanged from a tamarind tree in the old fort of Kayathar, which is close to the Tirunelveli, in front of the fellow of Palayakars. Thus ended the life of the celebrated Palayakars of Panjalam, Kurichi. Many folk ballads on Kattabomman helped keep his memory alive among the people.